we live?
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Okay, can people hear us loud and clear? If you can, just tell us with a thumbs up and let us know if you can hear us, because sometimes our audio is not clear and a lot of people complain audio is not fine. Just to let you know, we are here to look ahead to the mega IPL auction. We probably might go on for a good half hour, 40 minutes, 1 hour, I don't know how long.
If you are saying 40 minutes or half an hour, I think we are good to go for almost 60 minutes. But is the audio clear now?
Yeah, please tell us in the comments, only then we'll start.
If people can just let us know by yes or maybe a thumbs up, we'll go ahead and we'll try to engage you people also. We'll try to get
Clear.
your comments
Yes.
and
Clear.
reactions.
Yes.
Your-
Love from Kathmandu, Nepal, Nikhil bhai.
Oh,
Must be.
Kathmandu. We have many watchers from Kathmandu.
Nikhil-
Are we going to be talking about Sandeep Lamichhane?
Lamichhane,
We must talk about him. He's in the auction. I love him. Leg spinner.
So, as Nikhil has already suggested, what we are going to do is, of course, we'll give you a lowdown on what this mega auction is all about. The teams that have retained and who all players have been retained, plus what these teams may need and what these
Sources,
teams,
inside information from sources.
No, I
Who
don't
they
have.
may be bidding for. We're going to tell you that.
All right. Yes. So let's go
Let's
ahead.
first give the basic information, the big
Absolutely.
information. For those of our friends who
Yes.
don't follow IPL very regularly, we'll just let you know. Though we've been putting out a lot of videos on Sports Today, if you haven't been watching, please watch those videos and then you'll get an idea of what we are talking about. Why, Saransh, is there an issue with the audio?
आपका एम्बियंस आ रहा है पीछे से आवाज आपकी आ रही है लेकिन एम्बियंस है so
Okay.
But audio should be clear.
हाँ,
I
it's
think
clear
even
through-
if we can, I think, speak a little
हाँ,
louder.
yeah.
Okay.
The audio should be fine enough, I think.
Okay. Maybe you can try and disconnect it, Saransh, once and then put it again,
Yes.
the cable. Maybe that gets better. Sometimes it happens. No, the cable.
yeah.
Yeah, just try and put the cable sometime. But people are saying that the audio is fine.
Yeah, because
Saransh, you get the feeling that there is an echo, but yesterday also you were getting, but it was actually
as long as people can hear us.
Your audio is low so they are hearing you but थोड़ा सा पीछे से रहा है थोड़ा तेज
Is the audio better now?
So we'll try and speak a little louder and.
Audio better? No, you know where the problem happens, Rahul. Even in case it's going by ambience, when you're looking this side, then it's a problem with you. So I don't know what the status is now. Can they hear us loud and clear? Guys, can you hear me when I'm
Because
talking?
you, as long as till the time the audio is not clear, you cannot go ahead with
Explain.
this particular graphic, with these particular
Yeah.
graphics rather.
What are people saying?
low audio but they can hear you yes we can hear you your audio is
Okay,
clear
now let's go with the low. So let's
Okay.
go with the low audio. Yeah, let's go with the low audio. Keep that away from your mic, Rahul, otherwise it will catch. And the same audio will go back into it. Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay. Let me give it another try. One fine line. Send my message to Nikhil Bhai. ABC says we love you.
Oh,
Is the audio clear now? Now it is okay. It's okay now. Because maybe because I was there.
no, but mine is okay. Now it is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
दूर से है
Because I was closer to the camera. You know what we can do is,
Yeah.
I can
you can just remove this.
and I'll take the camera
No, you can just remove the this what do you call this lightning cable and let's try this once. No, just leave it. I tried it.
Okay. No, wait one. How's this? Still echo? Still echo?
Whoever can fix this audio will get this SD pad from me. Sarita. Anybody has an idea?
No,
There.
but we've got multiple options to be looking at.
And till the time we don't have at least 300 people watching us, we are not going to go ahead with the.
How's it? How's it?
it's not okay वो पीछे से आ रही है
Trust me, just remove it. Just remove it.
मैं
Now you just listen to this audio. Okay.
Okay, let's say something. Let's say something. Say something.
Yeah, I think this would be better in terms of audio, I think there is an issue with the microphone. No?
This is better. Trust me when I'm saying. Just put it on, it's better.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Just
So
put it on,
nobody gets this
it's
back
better.
now.
See,
Alright.
from this, when you removed it, it's not.
You just have to speak a little louder.
No. Saransh, this is better. It is coming through this. I'm telling you. As soon as we took it out, that wasn't it. Okay. So, just letting you guys know, what you can do is take it out from there and you can bring it like that. Whether it's coming from here or not, it's not a problem. Okay. So, first basic things I'll tell you. Sorry about those few things.
Use the
issue. Yeah, you can use that.
Yes.
Yeah, you can use that. That's easy. So, it's the mega auction. 590 players going in to going under the hammer, as they say. Overseas are 220 and 370 Indians. Okay, now we're going to take a look at each team. What have they got and how much money is remaining in their purse? Who are the players that they have retained? And this is where I will need the help of my friend Rahul Rawat as we look at each team one by one. Okay, Kolkata Knight Riders, players retained: Andre Russell, Varun Chakravarti, Venkatesh Iyer and Sunil Narayan. Now, the first thing that I see while looking at this team, that maybe when they retain these players to now, they must be regretting the players that they've retained, because they retained based on the form then. Andre Russell has not been playing too much for West Indies.
Right.
Sunil Narayan has not been playing too much for West Indies. Varun Chakravarti had a lot of
Has not
expectation.
been playing anything.
Yes, and was in the T20 World Cup. I'm not saying he had not a great but not a bad one as well. A very average T20 World Cup. So not the kind of expectations you had, but you retained it. Venkatesh Iyer, same bracket as Varun Chakravarti. So
Right.
now, in hindsight, they may be looking that, listen, who have we kept? Should we have kept Shubman Gill? Now, when you're looking back at those players, should we have kept, Eoin Morgan as our captain, because they may still go bidding for him. So first look tells me, are they going to be regretting? I think they will.
I think the first thing that Kolkata Knight Riders will look for in the auctions would be a captain.
True. No, but at the
And
moment, are they regretting this?
See,
Oh,
I'm
what
sure
did
they
I-
must
did I
have.
make
They
mistakes?
must have, thought a lot about the players that they wanted to retain. See, these are. I understand that Andre Russell has not been playing too much. Sunil Narayan doesn't play too much. Venkatesh Iyer, of course, in and out of the Indian team. He was there for the ODIs in South Africa, but then was dropped. Varun Chakravarti, we haven't seen at all. Since that last season, just a couple of games in the T20 World Cup. But these are all mercurial players. If you see Andre Russell, I understand what you are saying, that he's not in form.
So they're not regretting, you're saying?
I would say that they may not. Yes,
Okay.
maybe one player here and there that every franchisee would think.
Okay, come on, captain. Let's see who are the captaincy options.
Okay.
Captain for KKR. Yeah.
Hmm.
So first is KKR. That's the team we're looking at. Kolkata Knight Riders.
So the options they have.
Captain. Eoin Morgan.
Okay, I'm just putting down the names.
Shreyas Iyer, absolutely. Eoin Morgan. No, made some note for who could be there.
Morgan. Ishan Kishan, I'm saying.
I doubt.
I'm
he'll
just
go
putting
for-
down. Let's
for-
see. Then
for
you
Ishan
have.
Kishan.
Okay, I'm also writing down David Warner's name as of now.
Hmm.
Okay, Pat Cummins played for them last season. I'm putting down his name as well.
Ah.
Do you want me to put?
Just write captaincy so we know we're talking
Yeah,
about captain.
Jason Holder's name also.
Yeah, why not? Then they're. Why not?
Okay.
And
So that's okay. Who do you think they're going to go with? I'm saying instead of all, let's just put the one we think they're going to go with. They need a captain. I think they may go for a Shreyas and Morgan for now. Because see, this is not a captaincy option. I doubt they're going to go for Ishan Kishan as a captaincy option.
I think while everybody has been talking about Shreyas Iyer because of his credentials as a captain, because he took Delhi Capitals to the finals in 2020, and but I think Ishan Kishan, people might just want to invest in Ishan Kishan more. See, Shreyas Iyer, we know he's a consistent batsman, but then you don't talk about Shreyas Iyer in the same breath as you talk about somebody like Ishan Kishan or some more explosive batters. So I would say I would still keep Ishan Kishan here. David Warner and Pat Cummins would at least for David Warner, I think he will also be a captaincy material for a lot of franchises, but he might have to miss out on a few games early on because I think Australia touring Pakistan and their last game is on 5th of April in Pakistan. That's the last and the one of T20 game. Unless he asked the Cricket Australia to just let him go, and David Warner might just could also.
No, so these names are going to come up for every franchise right now, right? So these names we're going to discuss for every franchise. I'm saying let's just put who we think. Yeah.
Morgan tried and tested.
Yeah, these are the two captaincy options we think that they will go for. Now, they also need, whatever I'm looking at them, they've got enough spinner, they will need fast bowlers, so in which case Cummins comes into the picture. What about Lockie Ferguson did very well for them, do you think they'll bid for him?
No, they will. They might just go, but these are, if you're
no, not captaincy, I'm saying now we're looking at all aspects. Now,
Yes.
what is it that KKR, captaincy we've taken, Shreyas,
See,
Eoin Morgan.
the good thing that KKR might just feel about is they've got an opener, okay, they've got a middle order batsman or an
Who's the
all-rounder.
second opener? Who are they going to go with? Ishan Kishan?
Exactly.
Yeah, and they need a wicket keeper.
Yes.
So Ishan Kishan is going to be on their target?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And
Ishan
that
Kishan.
is the reason. If see, Shreyas Iyer is a marquee player, Ishan Kishan is not. So
He comes
Shreyas
much later.
exactly. So Shreyas Iyer, they will get to know whether they are getting Shreyas Iyer or not in the first lot itself, because the first 10 players who will come up at the auction for the bidding would be Shreyas Iyer, Ashwin, and even Warner. Even Warner. So they will know if they have to go for Ishan Kishan or not. So they got an opener. They'll have to look for his opening partner. They need a captain.
Unless they go in the rain also, still they need another.
They need a captain, yes.
Karthik-
Because they still.
Karthik Goyal is saying Manish Pandey is a proven captain for India and Karnataka.
Yeah, not a bad option. A lot of people are actually disregarded. I think he could also be a captaincy option, and he's right. I think KKR might go for him. He's a KKR type of player. He captained one game for Hyderabad. He was impressive with his captaincy. Batting also, he got a few runs. The only question was about his strike
Strike
rate.
rate.
That's it.
He's out of form. To be very honest,
Sure.
he's out
But
of
I
form.
think
He's
he'll
not.
get a decent bid. I say
Are you sure?
And a very interesting one. I think Manish Pandey is a KKR type of player.
Hmm?
I think so.
What is a
So,
KKR type of a
You know,
player?
like they try and look for a good fielder, sort of a guy. Also
Calm.
calm, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so-
just somehow it gives me.
Settled in his
Yeah, he
approach.
may fit the KKR, bidding. So what they need at the moment, KKR captain, we've told you Shreyas Iyer, Eoin Morgan could be their guy. They need an opening batsman, so Sunil Narine also one of them. Ishan Kishan, I think they'll go heavily with. They'll have to fight with Mumbai Indians. Fast bowlers.
Mohammad Shami,
Mohammad
local
Shami.
player. He plays
Yeah.
for Bengal,
Bengal.
although he comes from
Good option.
Amroha, but domestic cricket, Mohammad Shami plays for
Good option.
West Bengal, so they might just go for Mohammad Shami.
Shivam is asking any chances for Aaron Finch?
Aaron Finch, I think no, with the batting form that he's showing and the kind of money, I don't know.
But he will be, I
He
hope.
will get picked, but I don't think he's going to be in the top.
So
Yeah.
if you are a KKR franchisee owner, here are your options. I'll just add
Uh,
Pandey also.
yeah, so I'm telling you,
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a lot of them. I'm going, my most important is an opening batsman that I need, and we need a wicket keeper. So Kishan I'm definitely going for. Ishan Kishan I'm definitely going and bidding for him. I need fast bowlers, so Cummins has played with me, I'm going for him.
Ferguson.
I need, Ferguson I'm going to go for. Jason Holder, definitely I'll go and lead an all-rounder.
But even if they don't, because I think
Manish Pandey I will go with.
everybody would go for somebody like Jason Holder. So
Absolutely.
even if they don't get Jason Holder, they have Andre Russell.
No, but more the merrier. Even if they don't, I agree. But Manish Pandey, Cummins, Rocky Ferguson, Morgan, if I want to continue with him as captain, maybe they didn't retain him because of the money. And Ishan Kishan, I think is going to be very hot. Before we move on to the other team, my question to you is two players that were unsung heroes for KKR last time around, Nitish Rana and Rahul Tripathi.
Rahul.
Under the radar, but did the hard yards, the hard work for them.
To be
Are they going to be
No,
going for
but
them?
I don't think they were the or at least Rahul Tripathi wasn't an unsung hero because
He was.
no, he did fairly well and he
And he
did
was
get
sacked.
get his reward.
No. So
Rahul Tripathi.
yeah, he did very well. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm also saying.
I still.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying unsung because these are not
People
superstars.
don't exactly. People
But
don't
he
talk
did
much about it.
Absolutely.
And
So
the
that's
fact
what I'm
that we
saying.
are talking about Rahul Tripathi today is because he did really well for Rahul for KKR. And I used to think at least a couple of seasons back that he is more suited for top order. But last time I think he showed that he came one down, two down. So
Two down, number 4
in the middle order. So yes.
So my question is that will the team, those two unsung heroes who did the hard work for them, great, important runs, Nitish Rana, Rahul Tripathi, are they going to be bidding for that?
Surely.
They will?
Surely, but they'll have to see the price tag, the price at which both Nitish Rana and Rahul Tripathi.
Cummins is captaining Australia. He can be the captain for KKR.
So that is why. But is Cummins part of the team? They have to play only one. So let me just tell you guys once again. Australia is touring Pakistan, as we already know. They have to play a Test series also. Then there is a one-off T20 that is to be played on 5th of April, and the Indian Premier League this season is going to start late March.
Yeah.
I am
27th
of March. So if they are playing that 5th April T20 International, Warner, even if he flies back, Cummins, even if they both fly back to India, they'll have to do a quarantine of around 5 odd
So
days.
they'll miss 15 days.
So they could, and 15 days could easily mean four games.
Could be, sometimes 3,
4 games.
depending, yeah.
But that's the case. I think people will still go for somebody like Pat Cummins, Warner, even Mitch Marsh, and they have other players as well.
Russell has captained Jamaica. How is Russell as a captain?
So there are many options, but I don't think they're going to go with him as captain. We've already listed out the captains. Most important thing is they need fast bowlers. They've got enough spinners. We've listed a few fast bowlers. They need a wicket keeper. And in why we think Kishan and an opener who does dual roles. So Ishan Kishan definitely they're going to bid for. And that they need a captain. Maybe they go with a Morgan or then give it to Cummins or maybe Shreyas if they go for. Shreyas they don't have to go very big. Holder they don't have to go very big.
Yes.
Considering they have backup options. Spinners they don't need. But again I say that I think now in hindsight they may not be very happy with the players they've retained based on current form. Okay, next team. Lucknow Super Giants, new team. KL Rahul, Marcus Stoinis, Ravi Bishnoi. So they've got their captain covered. They've got an all-rounder that they wanted. They've got a leg spinner. What are they going to be looking at? You think, Lucknow?
A few more Bangalore players.
Who? Yeah. Who? Mayank Agarwal is out because he's been retained.
What should we call this team? LSG.
LSG, yeah. That's what it is. And there is a reason they needed SG. That is why the team has that name.
After
Oh.
an 8-year-old.
SG. Yeah.
That's correct.
LSG is Lucknow Super Giants by the way.
Come on, tell me.
So they've got an opener.
Who are the Bangalore players there? Manish Pandey?
Manish Pandey, exactly.
Could be. Okay, they might
And
be.
would they want to have, because you only told me that you spoke to Mr. Sanjeev Goenka, you asked him if you want to have some local flavor, as in Kuldeep Yadav,
Yeah.
Suresh Raina, but he said that we are a professional setup and we would. But still, Kuldeep Yadav and Suresh Raina, you also need players and
There are many. There's Ankit Rajput, there's Piyush
lot
Chawla,
of players.
players who play from Bhubaneswar Kumar.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar, yes, Meerut guy.
Yeah, so a lot of options from them.
And considering Bhuvneshwar Kumar's form, I don't know if people or the franchisees would want to spend so much money on somebody like Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So Lucknow Super Giants LSG might just want to have.
My point is because he was captain of Punjab Kings, there was Harpreet Brar there who did well.
Yes.
You think he may want?
Yes, an all-rounder, especially an all-rounder.
Murugan Ashwin, he captained him, did
But
decent.
he didn't play him, although he.
No, 2021 IPL they played him second half and did very well. Then this last season 2021
They
didn't play him.
didn't. In fact, they didn't play any of them. Even Ravi Bishnoi and the first opportunity that I think that was given to Murugan Ashwin, not Ravi Bishnoi.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They'll have Duras match.
Exactly.
I don't know whether they'll
Yes.
rank him.
So what would KL Rahul be looking for? Any of his India teammates, any of his Bangalore teammates, any of his...
Shardul Thakur was asking, how much are you going to bid for me?
Hmm.
Yeah, in that Instagram
video.
they were saying, how much are you going to bid for me? So,
Shah Rukh Khan.
Hmm?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Because...
Shah Rukh Khan, I think everyone will do.
No, because...
Why specifically to Lucknow?
No, if they may have a specific strategy as to where... see, team first would make a strategy and then would finalize who the players they would want, because they already have their 3 retained players. So they would have a strategy, and maybe if Shah Rukh Khan fits in that plan or scheme of things, then maybe they might just break the bank for Shah Rukh Khan.
Could be. So that is.
But they have maybe in Marcus Stoinis,
59 crore.
maybe in see, I'll tell you what usually the franchisees would do. Majority of the franchisees, they have retained 3 players, so they are in between a lot of franchisees. In fact, 4 franchisees have retained 4 players, and some of these franchisees, Lucknow of course is the newcomer, so they've got around 3-2. So if they have 59 crores at the moment, around 46-48 CR, they would want to get their priority list first, and the remaining 10-12 CR they will invest in local players, those players who would come cheaply. So opening partner, why don't you get Marcus Stoinis to open with KL Rahul, because he's done really well. In fact, Marcus Stoinis earned his place in the Australian team on the basis of his performance in the Big Bash League, where he opened.
Yeah. Can, of course they can. But I think they may play.
They may not.
But depend.
They may not do that.
Let's go, next team. Mumbai Indians, I think they've retained a lot of players now. Biggest question that's coming, no captaincy issue. Ishan Kishan, how much you think they will pay? We know it, they're going to bid for it. That is certain. How much do you think they can go to? 48 crores they have, how much do you think they can go for Ishan Kishan?
48 they have, 12 and a half, 12, 30. So
Yeah.
they'll be left with 30.
I think they will go close to 14 crores for him. They will go close to that. If there is a bidding,
If they are going for 14 CR for Ishan Kishan, somebody, what will be they'll be left with almost, they have,
is how it is.
the
They will go for him.
They will go for him, and you never know, they will.
Mumbai Indians.
So, okay, tell me one thing. So, the first name at the auction that is going to come up will be Shreyas Iyer or Ashwin. Ashwin. So, anyway.
Shreyas Iyer, are they going for him?
That's my question.
I'm asking you.
No, but see,
So
let me first finish my question. So, I'm saying Shreyas Iyer's name would come up in the auction before Ishan Kishan. Now, I'm asking you, will they go for Shreyas Iyer? And because Ishan Kishan comes later, and if they are going, how much?
Good question. I think at the moment.
Who is their priority?
Ishan Kishan.
Why?
He's played with them.
Shreyas Iyer is.
No, many years ago.
But-
Delhi player, no. Ishan Kishan is a priority. Also, wicket keeper, batsman, they don't need a captain. Shreyas, most people, it's not that people are going for Shreyas because of his batting. He's not an X-factor player. He's not a game changer.
No,
Ishan
he's
Kishan.
not.
Right. You're only going to pay money for him because of his captaincy. Do Mumbai need a captain? No. Simple answer.
Not today.
Ishan Kishan over Shreyas Iyer for Mumbai Indians any day.
So you are saying that they will not bid for Shreyas Iyer at all?
They may, they may stay out or bid also very limited because majority they want to spend on Ishan.
But why to enter the bidding
maybe,
process?
right.
Because anyway, they don't have, if their priority is Ishan Kishan, because let me just repeat this again. Ishan Kishan was approached by the Ahmedabad franchisee, and he had even discussed what can be done, or if he's in fact, but he said that I would, then later he said no, I would go into the auction. And Ishan Kishan, for whatever people have been saying, I think Rawat, Ishan Kishan, Shreyas Iyer are going to be, 3 big buys for in this mega auction. Rohit Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah, Suryakumar Yadav, Kyron Pollard. Nikhil says, alongside Rohit Sharma,
Yeah.
there will be another name here, another picture here that would be of Ishan Kishan. The only question is how much they would see. They would at least want to have, what I am saying is, they would at least want to have either a Shreyas Iyer or an Ishan Kishan or a Quinton de Kock.
Yes. So my question is that a quick answer. We already done half an hour. We've not
You
even
said
finished
even
three.
would.
We can. Okay. Are they going for Krunal Pandya?
Why not?
Okay. Are they going big for Quinton de Kock?
They might.
So that means Shreyas Iyer is out. Because you cannot go big for Ishan Kishan and Quinton de Kock, and you have 48 crores remaining. So if I'm saying you're going 12, 14 lakhs.
If they
for
go
Ishan-
all out for Shreyas Iyer, then Ishan Kishan and Quinton de Kock are out of question.
Yeah, because see, what is it that you need? I think at the moment Shreyas Iyer out of the conversation, does not fit their team as well. And why would you want to pay 12?
Big Boy says Shreyas Iyer is a future captaincy option because he's a local boy and understands the
But
conditions.
What do you need now? See, firstly, I don't understand what is future in IPL. Every 2-3 years, everything.
No, but this
changes.
is also the last mega auction that we've been
Really,
hearing.
that's what we hear. Again, you go back, you don't want to retain him, he goes back. At the moment, what do you need? You need Ishan Kishan, you need Shreyas Iyer. Simple.
I need Ishan
Kishan.
for
Simple.
Mumbai Indians.
Correct. So, and you need Quinton de Kock. Again, game changer, right? So, if Quinton is going for close to 8-10 crore, he will as a foreign player. 8, I think he'll go for. And if Ishan, even I'm being conservative, goes for 12-14, whatever, that's 22 crores done. Almost half your budget. Then to make the rest of the team, 6 players you've got, you have to fill close to 9 more players. And so I think Quinton, you think they'll go for?
Quinton?
Yeah.
Yes.
They will. So Quinton, they'll finish majority of the money with Quinton de Kock and Ishan Kishan. Now, what do they do about the bowling there? Jasprit Bumrah is there, yes.
They need a trend board again,
You may get him cheap.
or a left arm fast bowler, any left arm fast bowler. They
Marco Janssen,
Marco Janssen,
they had.
but he's an all rounder.
Now,
Yeah, no, I'm saying they would definitely want to have if they don't
Indian
get
bowlers,
if they don't get a trend board. I think they have
Leggy, Chahal, will they go for it?
Rahul Chahal.
I think they will.
They should.
They will.
Rahul, maybe they'll go for.
Chahal.
You mentioned about Piyush Chawla,
Piyush Chawla,
Haan.
Yuzi Chahal,
Amit Mishra.
Amit Mishra, Yuzi Chahal.
Yes. Chahal, I think Chahal would be out of a little
Budget.
but out of their budget because if you are.
You know, he started with Mumbai Indians. Yuzi Chahal. What a hometown.
If you can just pass me my phone, I'll take the comments also because I'm sure a lot of people
Okay.
will be asking.
Let's go. Next team. We'll take comments also. Punjab Kings, plenty of money. 72 crores. What do they need? They need everything. Okay, firstly, is Mayank Agarwal your captain? They've not announced.
He can be.
Yeah.
Can be. But they have I think this is the only team that has this huge purse,
Yes.
72 CR. So they can get anything. They can start with first Shreyas Iyer,
Just keep bidding.
and then
Whatever
they
you
can get Ishan Kishan. See, they what for Mumbai Indians they had 48 CR, right? So if they start with Shreyas Iyer, if they
So
spend,
they are not going to go.
no, I'm saying in case, okay. So they can actually get both Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan. So they can spoil the party
Yes.
for everybody.
Yeah. And for themselves also. That is what they do every
Exactly.
year. They come and spoil the
Yes.
party, not for others, but for them. Because you don't know where they are going. That has been the problem of Punjab Kings, and as always, they've wiped their slate clean and said we'll start from scratch. Mayank Agarwal they've kept. We know they were trying KL Rahul, who said no, I want to go somewhere else. So they couldn't keep him. Ashdeep was a good
Yes.
player
Yes.
that they've retained at 4 CR. So yeah, that is fantastic.
Austin is saying, do you think PBKS may get de Kock to open and can they look at Cummins or Smith as captain?
Why not?
Yeah.
As
Why not?
who?
Cummins and Smith as their
Smith, again, I have a feeling they'll go for. Even though I don't think Smith will get too much money, but won't be a bad
as a
idea
captain.
for
Cummins, sir.
Okay,
And Punjab does that.
Anil Kumble. You've interacted with
Yeah.
Anil Kumble. What sort of a player would he be, or a captain would he be looking for?
The one who listens to him. Yeah.
KL Rahul.
KL
Did
Rahul
listen
gone.
to him?
No, did. But KL didn't want to stay. They wanted to keep KL Rahul. He didn't want to stay. So he went out.
He didn't want to stay.
So that is the case. But Austin's comment,
Yeah,
not a bad idea. I think Steve Smith, you're forgetting about him as captain. Good captain. And if you need a stable guy in the middle order,
Anil Kumble surely will not have a Pat Cummins in his team.
Why?
Because of what has just happened in the Australian
because
team.
of what he said about
Yeah,
Justin
Justin
Langer.
Langer.
You need to start afresh. Pat Cummins, he's like a good guy.
He's a very good guy. But just that, Anil Kumble would think that if he can do something like this with Justin Langer, I've already tasted this kind of, I've had these kind of issues earlier. I don't want to.
Good point.
Yes. So he will surely not go for Punjab. I'll be surprised if they go for Pat Cummins. But
Who will they go for the rest of their spinners in terms of?
Bishnoi is already gone.
Yeah.
Why not have although this season is going to be played in Maharashtra, majority of the matches, but Mohali is a place where you want to have a good seam. It's a wicket that favors
Yeah.
good fast bowlers.
Yeah.
So, but looking at this season, I don't know, but spinners they need to compensate for Ravi Bishnoi.
Yeah.
And they need a good spinner.
Mohan says they can go for Chahal.
They should, but
Every team needs a Chahal except for Lucknow, and that's it.
no, every team needs a leg spinner.
Every team needs a Chahal, by the way.
Needs a chain. Yes.
Every
absolutely.
team needs a
The
Lucky
team with
Chahal.
the best spinners is KKR, but they don't have a leggy. So they have.
I don't think they will go for a
they
leg
have-
spinner. They can settle for a Piyush Chawla or a
Yes.
Amit Mishra also.
Correct.
Not that I'm saying that Amit
Amit
Mishra.
Mishra is a legend.
Exactly.
The second highest wicket.
He's an
taker.
IPL legend.
Second highest wicket taker. Oh.
They are
also
saying,
there
can there be Rahane Kumble duo in Punjab?
Yeah, Rahane as captain. The only problem is how do you fit in Rahane in the playing 11?
Siddhant Bagga
Hmm.
is asking you, who is likely to bid for R. Ashwin? Or you want to come?
No, Mr. Bagga and me are having the same wavelength. I was just going to say that one person I'm sure they will not
Ashwin.
bid for is Ravichandran Ashwin. They will not
Not bid for. Yeah, the guy who.
bitter. They had
Exactly.
a bitter experience with him.
But at that time, it was
But see, here-
Sehwag got him into the team.
Yes, but I'm saying now the management may not want to go for it, even though it's out of Ashwin's hand. Whoever bids for him.
And
But I think
Ashwin
the management
with
will-
Anil Kumble, with that combination.
Why
work.
not? That's not a problem. Two spinners can. But I don't think the team management, that is the Punjab Kings management, is going to bid for Ashwin.
They are saying with the 17.
I think I'll get to the Ashwin question a little later because I had him in mind for a few other teams and I want to throw that question again. I don't think he'll invite a very big bid. I know a lot of people are
Ashwin,
saying, yeah.
exactly.
I don't think too many takers. I mean, he will of course get sold and there will be some bidding, but I don't think he'll go very high. So turning our attention to the next one.
At times I feel, if you get your name early in the auction,
Yeah.
it actually it may work for you. But if you get the first name, if you have the first name is yours, people may not bid too much. By the way,
Yeah.
if Ashwin is the first name in that entire 2-day
No,
bidding
they will-
process,
they will bid.
huh?
They will bid.
But I'm saying how much? That's the
Yes,
question.
money
People
may
may not
Agreed.
spend too much on Ashwin
Agreed.
because they
They
may.
may not spend too much for him no matter where.
Because
he goes.
Ashwin may not be on the priority list of every team unless somebody actually thinks that he can be our captain. Unless.
Yeah, but who would that team be? It's not Punjab, okay?
They are saying CSK can go for Ashwin.
No, that's what I was going to get to, but much later. Again, he's not
Jadeja.
captain. He's not. No, I'm saying as a player, captain.
Ashwin,
there's no case.
so Ashwin
KKR,
wants,
I'm going to go for him as captain.
I think Ashwin already,
Or unless KKR go for him as well.
does he, is he that kind of, does he have that kind of
No,
approach that you
I'll
said?
tell you why. I'll tell you
KKR
why.
type of a captain?
Yes, I'll tell you why. KKR, I have seen, has been one team that tries to function in a very corporate manner. That is one thing that I see in KKR. A very corporate like. So, for example, when Saurav Ganguly was on top, they took a decision. No, he may have emotional bonding here, but not working for a team. Very corporate like decisions they take. Eoin Morgan, because you saw him do well in, just like how do CEOs do? Who's the best performer in our field? Make an Excel sheet. Oh, this guy. Okay, bring him. Replicate this. What you did with England, try and do it here. So they are very corporate sort of a team. And my interaction also with KKR as well. When I think of all of that, then I think a corporate type of thinking is with Ravichandran Ashwin. What if they have a template, they have something in mind, and they bring him and ask him to execute? This is a long shot and just an idea. I think nobody is talking about it, and I think it may not be the case. It's a very, very long shot, but don't be surprised if this happens.
But they already have two spinners. KKR already have two spinners.
Yes, that's the only.
One-
they are the best spinners. In fact, yeah.
One thing I can give it to you in writing even today at this point in time. After the 2-day auction is over, the best team on paper would be this. And after the IPL is over,
The last team. Still, are you wanting to say that?
no, please go ahead. No,
Your favorite.
I'm saying next.
Okay, your team.
Your
This is
favorite
my
team.
team,
Yeah.
Rajasthan
Royals.
Royals.
No, but I tell you, it will not be the best team on paper. They will have some star, but it
Best
will be
team is
disjointed.
this team.
On paper.
No.
It will be
I'm
disjointed.
telling you, this will be the best team on paper.
Paper.
You will say, oh, they've got Shreyas Iyer,
Wow.
they've got Ishan Kishan, they've got this,
No.
then they will realize.
But they said with 72 crores, they are favorites to get players like Rabada, Chahal,
Yes,
Ishan,
yes,
and all.
yes,
With
yeah.
money advantage they have.
That's what we discussed.
Your your team.
What do you think?
They got their top order set. They need a middle order, they need a bowling attack. As simple as that. Simple. They've got their two openers,
Yes.
they've got their one down, over,
And captain,
and captain,
wicket keeper.
wicket keeper.
All sorted for Rajasthan.
They
They
just need a good middle order and
and-
one, I think,
Bowling. Will they go for Jerry not cut?
they might. Yeah, actually, I want
What
to
is
see.
red ball?
I want
Don't
to-
get emotional. A red ball cricket you want
He is
to
a
see.
good cricketer.
Yes, he is.
He's a
But in
very good
red
cricketer.
ball cricket. You want him to see. Not in this.
But they might.
Jofra Archer, will they take him
Yeah.
secretly?
No, not secretly. They will take him. They will go for him. A lot of people.
He's
will-
not available.
He is
for
not
this
available for this season, but he'll be available for the next two seasons. So if so obviously not a lot of franchisees would go big for Jofra Archer, but for sure, if he's available, people will surely bid. Everybody would want to have a Jofra Archer. If not for this season, next season for sure.
Austin is saying, Rahul sir, mark my words, Hasaranga and Bolt will go to RR. As RR love left-handed pacers.
By the way, Hasaranga, Kumar Sangakkara is there.
No.
They will go for.
In that,
No, it
no,
helps.
in that case,
Yes.
Sunrisers Hyderabad can also get
Yes.
Hasaranga with Muralidharan
Yeah.
there.
So I'm just saying they will bid now. Who gets at the end will be dependent on how much money you are ready to spend. But Hasaranga could be that guy that they bid.
All rounder.
Yes, all rounder and had an outstanding T20 World
From
Cup.
their experience of last season, I think what they should now focus on is two good fast bowlers, spinner they will get. See, they still have 62 CR. So they've spent they've spent quite a lot, 14, 10,
Yes, 10.
4.
20.
So, but they need, from their experience of last few years,
Kartik Tyagi, will they go for
Kartik
him?
Tyagi,
They-
not just them, a lot of people might just go for Kartik Tyagi.
And Shivam Dubey, they tried him little later, but he did well in the few games they got him.
They need a finisher, a middle order. Where they struggled was
They have enough slots for foreigners also.
Liam,
Overseas players.
Livingston. You said, but I would want to see somebody like Livingston at the top, even though he can bat in the middle. But mind you, there is no Ben Stokes available. Ben
Yes.
Stokes is not there
The
for
one-
the auction.
The one thing we see with Rajasthan always, they are a calculative team. They do smart buys. They don't necessarily.
And they invest in local talent also.
But people will laugh that they also spend.
They're
16
saying they
odd
can
for
go back to-
Morris.
No, but before that they spent on Jaydev Unadkat also.
But
But Chris Morris, I would have never ever in my life,
yeah.
never ever in my life I would have.
They
spent
can
16 and a half
go back to
CR.
Chetan Sakaria as well.
Chetan
Plus-
Sakaria, I
yeah.
think they will definitely.
Vimlesh
go.
is saying.
A lot of teams
Yeah.
will go. Lot of teams will go for it.
V. Mohan is saying Jaydev Unadkat would be a smart buy, by the way.
Yes. No, the thing is, we sometimes mix format. He is an outstanding bowler in red ball cricket for sure. In white ball, hasn't lived up to the potential. I'm not saying he's bad, and he will be an asset for whichever team he goes.
Riyan Parag, your favorite?
Rayan Parag, I'm getting to hear some other teams are interested in him. You'll be surprised.
I'm surprised, I'm shell shocked.
I'll tell you when.
People are, maybe they wanted you to say this so that Rajasthan, even if Rajasthan Royals they're listening to us, please don't fall for what Nikhil is saying.
No, they may not go for him. Oh, by the way, you are saying they may not go for him. You never know. from sitting
No,
from
they
outside.
might still go for
Yes,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
Yes, because there is a connection to everything.
Yeah.
So
There is a connection because he kept failing. They
you
kept
know the
failing.
connection, no?
No, I don't.
I'll tell you
After the show. Well, what about our family also? needs-
No, but I've mentioned this on Sports Tag also. So there is.
Now you can say. it.
So
How many teams are
I
there?
think because it's a professional setup, let's not get into all these things. But yes, so he was. So Riyan Parag, I don't know because he was not performing with the bat. He was a couple of times he bowled with that sidearm action and got to do a few times that Bihu dance also.
Yes.
It's a social media sensation at least for Rajasthan Royals. So that might be this thing. But for that,
I told you the other teams are interested. One team I know. Sources have told me.
is there a Kolkata KKR?
No.
DC?
No.
Is there an 11th team in the contest? Huh?
No. We'll get to that.
So,
team and then
Gurkirat Singh is asking Rasif and
It's the
Dustin for
last
RR.
team on our
Hyderabad.
discussion. Is Hyderabad the last team?
Yes.
Then it's not. I thought this team was last.
Which
Then it
team?
will come earlier. Then it will come
Next
earlier.
team. Anyways, Rajasthan Royals, watch out for this team this time.
How do you want?
Huh. Okay. This is Josh Butler. See? We've done, okay, I'm telling you what we IPL mega auctions, Kolkata Knight Riders,
2,
Lucknow Super Giants,
3,
3,
4,
Punjab Kings,
5.
Rajasthan Royals.
Where the rest?
Okay. So, okay. Achha. So this is the team, Rajasthan Royals. I don't know. I somehow feel.
Or maybe this side.
Okay. Now
Let's look at this team. We've gone ulta. No, this is not that team that is interested, but this is an interesting team. Okay, the most surprising bit when I see this team is the most surprising bit that I find is that okay, you kept him because he's your captain, but I still think you overpaid for him.
14.
Yeah, you could have got him at a lesser
I
price,
agree.
I think. Even though you want him as a captain and as good a batsman as he is. The biggest issue I have is you have spent 4 crore on 2 players that are not guaranteed in your playing 11.
I would have.
Are they
spent-
guaranteed in the playing 11? No. You could.
Maybe
replace
they are
them,
guaranteeing them.
But
So you know,
I'm
I'll tell you.
surprised.
Maybe Umran is.
Abdul-
Umran can.
We don't know.
You know,
if
I'll
he's
tell you.
100%, that's a
Abdul
big
Samad
surprise.
could have said no to Sunrisers Hyderabad. I'll tell you what. So Abdul Samad or Umran Malik
Yeah.
could have said no to Sunrisers Hyderabad, but they didn't. Why? Because the mindset is also that they want to, maybe Abdul Samad and Umran Malik could have fetched somewhere around 8, 7, 9 crores in the auctions. But they said, at least they are guaranteed that they'll get to play in the 11. That is what.
No,
was
sure.
there this
So
month.
their side it's great. I am saying, I'm thinking from Hyderabad's point of view. 2 players you spent 8 crores on who are not guaranteed a place in the playing 11.
Who should have been retained then? Warner, of course, couldn't have.
Jason
been.
Holder, you could have retained.
I would have retained that. That would have been my first.
And Rashid Khan would have been retained.
No,
We
but-
know that he was asking to be retained as number 1.
Number one.
You should have done it. I'm sure Kane Williamson would have been okay to take
No, I
this.
asked about this issue. I'll tell you later. I spoke to
Okay, there
somebody
was something
from-
else. What I heard is that Rashid said okay, but he wants to be the number 1 as in the 14 crore bracket.
Yes.
So if you made
Yes,
it
yes,
that,
that's the
that's-
story that we've
Huh.
discussed earlier also.
But that's
then
not true.
No, that's absolutely true.
Mhm.
But I specifically asked that whatever we've heard, and I was
from
told-
sources, yeah.
sources you can say sources, yeah. So what I was told that they have a very professional setup, and maybe what Rashid Khan said, they wanted, what they said that if we want to retain a captain, we wanted him to be the highest paid player
Okay.
in our team. That's what
So
I was
that's a
told.
more of a culture thing
Yes.
that they've gone with. Okay, but then sometimes that doesn't work. You've
Rahul
lost-
Vasudev. So I'm sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
please.
Your
namesake,
He's
so-
joined you from Australia.
Australia, Mike.
Australia. A big all-rounder auction predictions for all teams. RCB, they're saying Jason Holder. CSK, they're saying we don't want any all-rounder. MI, Mitchell Marsh. SRH, Hasaranga. Murli connection maybe, but Nikhil says there could be a Sangakkara connection also with RR. Rajasthan Royals, Livingston. The only, when you're talking about the all-rounders, I'll get, okay, KKR is NA. Who is NA?
KKR, not available, not
No. NA would be?
a player's name.
Not available, I think.
No,
क्योंकि
no,
Lucknow is also NA,
No,
no?
maybe NA.
हाँ,
Okay, KKR is saying NA because
Not
they are
available.
not.
They have
NR
Russell, they have
should
Russell
be
and all.
NR, by the way. It
NR.
should be NR, not required.
Sure.
So PBKS, they are saying
Shivam Dubey.
Shivam Dubey and GT,
Gujarat Titans,
Gujarat Titans.
Krunal Pandya,
Krunal Pandya,
and Lucknow not available.
not available. Lucknow, why?
They
Strange. Anyway, so Rashid wanted to be the highest paid on paper.
अच्छा Lucknow is
SRH
Toynis, no?
thing, question mark.
Lucknow is
Yeah,
Toynis.
that's what I said. That is why it is. Okay, just telling you who they are going to go for. I have also heard that they are going to go big on Ishan Kishan and Shreyas Iyer. You know, we are saying that teams will come into competition.
And
Hyderabad,
and 68
Yes.
CR is
Yeah.
quite a huge amount.
so they will be one of the teams that will bid for both Shreyas as well as Ishan Kishan. They are going to be in that. The other thing you also got to think now their thinking is changing. Why? They have got a Brian Lara on board and they have got a Dale Steyn on board.
And Murli, of course, is already.
Murli is already there, Moody is already there.
Satvik Sharma
Too
says.
many cooks
Spoil the broth.
spoil the
I
broth.
Sat-
don't know whether this.
Satvik Sharma says, can they go for Saudi?
Yeah, Saudi not a bad option. They could. But one thing I know that previous Hyderabad teams, SRH team, they love lefties. Go for a lot of lefties. So which is why Ishan Kishan.
Oh, batsman.
Yeah.
And the previous Hyderabad team,
Deccan Chargers.
Deccan Chargers, also loved lefties. RP Singh, but they were all bowlers. RP Singh, Chaminda Was, a lot. But
So they have a big think tank. Brian Lara.
why
Saurabh-
don't they go for Shikhar Dhawan?
हाँ,
I'm saying that
Saur-
they might
Saurabh
go
is
for
saying
Shikhar Dhawan.
Saurabh is saying same.
Again, no.
Shikhar
They will,
Dhawan.
no, I will not. I tell you, they will not go for Shikhar Dhawan. I am ready to bet on that. Because they didn't part on great terms.
What happened?
No, I cannot tell the whole story, but I'm just saying they were not very happy with the party of Shikhar. When he left for Delhi, they were not very happy. So I doubt they will go.
And also, if you have a Kane Williamson batting at number 3, Shikhar Dhawan opening the innings, maybe they would rather want a more explosive.
No,
expressive
sources
batter.
have said they are going for both Kishan and Iyer. Shreyas Iyer and Kishan they are going for. Manish Pandey, they will go.
Pandey ji.
No, I don't think so.
No, they will not go
They will
back
not.
for
Otherwise they will
Manish
retain
Pandey.
him.
हाँ.
They wouldn't go for him.
Natarajan for SRH.
Or could
Sai
they-
saying.
The
They
biggest mistake, if there is one team that would be regretting, if I see today, you spoke about KKR. You mentioned about KKR, right, at the start? That do you think that they would be regretting at the moment?
Yes,
they would have-
because
I think this is the team that should regret
yeah,
the
but,
most.
But this they don't see. KKR said they'll regret to they retain because when they retain, those players look very different to where the situation is. In their case, there's nothing has changed. I'm surprised by retaining only. I'm giving KKR benefit of doubt at that time with their retention. We may have been happy with their retention. Now looking at them being out of form and not playing regularly, we are surprised. In their case, I was surprised from the word go when they retained. 2 players were not certain to make your 11.
But I'll tell you their strategy. I'll tell you their
No, future and everything.
No, not future. They might have a bright future. Hopefully, they will have a bright future. And trust me,
Yeah, they're good players.
they're very
Absolutely.
good people also. They're very good people. Abdul Samad, he plays. He does come to Gurgaon and plays
Oh.
there a few games. But I'll tell you, see, they've picked these 2 players. They still have 68 CR.
Yeah.
They will go for Jason Holder. They can go for Jason Holder.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm saying one thing is for sure. If Mumbai, for a team like Mumbai Indians, go for Jason Holder, do they
They can
have that?
outbid them.
Yes, they
They can
still-
outbid Ishan Kishan bid
They
also.
can still get. See, if they would have retained Jason Holder, he would have been their second retained player.
Yeah.
Would have taken somewhere around 12 CR.
Yeah.
12 CR. No, they retained 3 players. In case then Kane Williamson, they would have had to pay him 16 CR. Jason Holder maybe 14 CR. So maybe they are ready. Rather than spending here, let's go and take him at the auctions. Might get him at for 10
No,
CR.
I won't. They'll go
I-
very high. Yeah.
Saurabh Sharma says Roy and Beristo for
Yeah,
Say,
they could go for it.
SRH,
They
Roy,
are.
Jason Roy too,
Jason Roy,
and
Roy actually not
Bairstow.
wrong, Bairstow,
Alex,
yes.
maybe Alex Hales.
Yeah, Bairstow, yes.
And where is Puran Hetmeyer?
Tell me
Mohit
one
is
thing,
asking.
the biggest question. No, they are going to be there. Hetmeyer is not fit, but in IPL he will
Abhishek
be fit.
Sharma.
Abhishek Sharma they may go for, yeah. But no, the biggest question is, how are they going to replace Rashid Khan? They need a leg spinner. Who is it? Chahal? They'll have to go for one leg spinner. If you've lost out on Rashid, and nobody compares to Rashid,
Yeah.
you'll have to go for a Chahal. Who do you go for?
I'll tell you, I'm giving you the entire list.
Ah, so I move to the next team.
Nare, I'm telling you, you said who are they going for?
Give us the entire list. Rahul is telling us.
Yeah, so. I had their entire
Rabada for SRH, stain connection. Science saying.
Good point.
Rabada.
Stain has come.
Haan.
Brian Lara has come. So that's why you were saying Nicholas Puran and
Hetmeyer.
Hetmeyer.
Where are they?
No, Nicholas Puran is playing this ODI series. Hetmeyer is.
They're saying
dropped because
Odain
of
Smith
not
as well.
being fit.
Odain Smith.
Odain Smith will now be picked by many teams. Okay, we'll come back. Till the time you find. Gujarat Titans. What do Gujarat Titans have to do? Big. They've got Hardik Pandya, Rashid Khan. Actually telling you, in terms of just retained players, this is looking top class.
Hardik. Oh, they have an opener.
Top, no, he'll be fit. He'll be fit.
Achha, because it's not. Is it because?
I'm not saying anything more than that. I said he's going to be fit. Now you tell me.
Okay,
Nothing more to add.
In Dhoni's words, nothing more to add. So,
Okay.
no. Okay.
I'm so sorry. Sunrisers Hyderabad. They will go for Rahul Tewatia, they will go for Jayant Yadav, they will go for Hasaranga, they will go for Mujib, they will go for Krunal Pandya and Ashwin.
Ashwin, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
They will also go for Adam Milne, Jai Richardson, Lockie Ferguson. Anything else?
No.
Nothing more to
Nothing more to add. There you go. You
Yeah.
heard it first on
Yeah.
Sports Today. We are
Sports
telling you
Today.
all.
No, they will
Yes,
go
that
whether they
yeah,
get
yeah.
them or not.
We're not saying who they get. That is
And you also said Ishan Kishan and Shreyas Iyer. I think everybody would go for Shreyas Iyer
Yeah.
and Ishan Kishan.
No, some will sit back saying no point. Why get into the.
Like who would go?
Like I said, Mumbai may not go for Shreyas Iyer, I think. May not go at all in that thing. Because they know what they have to go for. They have limited purse. They will go for there. I don't know. Because he comes in earlier.
But would you want to take that risk?
Yeah.
That you don't go for Shreyas Iyer and then you say that we'll go for Ishan Kishan. What if Punjab Kings decide that we will also go for Ishan Kishan?
Then
You know, Punjab can
Can
do
spoil. They
what
can.
Punjab can do unthinkable. They can spoil the party.
Mumbai already said they
Mumbai Indians will say, we have nothing now. We don't even have
Okay.
11 players.
Best looking team, you'll have to say in terms of just
Gujarat.
retained players. Looks good. Rashid Khan, Hardik Pandya, Shubman
They
Gill.
got the best spinner in T20 cricket. In fact, best bowler in T20 cricket. That's for sure. Shubman Gill, at least for KKR.
400 runs every season gives you. Whatever said in that. I think big miss by KKR to let him go. I think they tried or something didn't work out. Is what I hear. Anyway, he's gone. Young, will be fit. Will be fit. Once fit
Will be hit.
is a big hit in IPL.
They are saying
Absolutely.
Prasid.
Once fit,
And because see, he's also taken rest from the domestic cricket Ranji Trophy, so he should be
Not an impact player.
Impact
whatever
player.
said.
best.
X factor. What is it that they need now?
Prasid-
Will they bid for Krunal Pandya?
They will.
They will.
I think a lot of people will, a lot of franchises will bid for.
At least
Krunal
2-3
Pandya.
definitely. Whoever is in the.
Krunal Pandya
And he may get bid.
and you know a lot of people might say अरे भाई के लिए bid कर रहा है भाई की team है. But also you need to understand this is Gujarat Titans, a team that comes from Ahmedabad. There's a local connection also with Krunal, and even if he's buying Krunal Pandya, a lot of people or franchises will go for Krunal Pandya, a good lower middle order batsman who can bowl.
Why not Unadkat go for him also? If they want to go.
And people are saying Prasid Krishna can be a good.
Has he joined? Has Parthiv Patel also joined here, Gujarat?
No, he's in
He's
Mumbai
with,
there.
still with Mumbai. No, I was.
Even I have heard he may join. Yeah, but I think
Jaydev
he's-
Unadkat. Then are there
Cheteshwar Pujara.
Pujara? Imagine Shubman Gill and Pujara opening.
Rest of the big Gujarat are already.
I can guarantee you. Pujara will also get you close to 350 runs every season.
Yeah, can, but at what strike rate? That is the question.
Oh,
Delhi Capitals.
Delhi ke dabang.
Rishabh Pant.
What's the tagline or the punchline that Delhi Capitals have?
वो दिल्ली डेयरडेविल्स है मुंडे दिल्ली के
खेलो फ्रंट में.
That's there. I don't know what Delhi Capitals. I don't know what Delhi Capitals. Like I'm just slipping out of my mind. I can't remember. But they've got a spinner, they've got an opening batsman, they've got a captain, they've got a fast bowler.
And a
They're
wicket.
also they're also kind of sorted. Will they go for Shikhar?
They should.
They should.
Or
local ball.
can they open with Rishabh Pant and Prithvi Shaw?
Can, but then because Rishabh is so important in this scheme of things, they don't want to risk him there. I think they will keep him down there. Will they go for Shreyas Iyer? Again, they may go for him.
Shreyas Iyer would have already said no to them.
No, I think he was not in their scheme of things while retaining these four.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
He
but
was
now
also
they're-
not
now
in
it's
their
out of
scheme
his
of
control.
things. He was also not in their scheme of things. See, I asked you whether Sunrisers Hyderabad can they actually rope in Shikhar Dhawan? You said no because they parted
Yeah.
ways on a wrong note. See,
So that is the So
that
is-
happened years ago.
Correct.
Shreyas Iyer left or Shreyas Iyer was.
But in this case, the management didn't retain him. It's not. Why would they?
No, not
give it up?
retained, but I don't think that Shreyas Iyer has taken that too kindly when
He
he was.
may not have, but if the management bids again, they can. In the other case, the management didn't take kindly to Shikhar Dhawan, so they will only not bid, is what I'm saying. Here, if the management is okay, Shreyas may not, and they bid for you, you may not like them, you have to go if they pay the biggest buck for you.
I think that is what Punjab Kings usually.
Again, they will come.
No, Punjab Kings tell the bid for players who don't want to join them. Who don't want.
So Mitchell Marsh may be number 3 for DCS. Ricky Ponting may bid for him.
Stoinis is not there. They would want to have a replacement for Marcus Stoinis.
So will they now, what about Steve Smith out of their plans, Ajinkya Rahane out of their plans, they were part of the team, Ashwin out of their plans?
See, whatever we've seen,
Actually, they could still bid
at
for.
least from the tweets that Parth Jindal
Ah.
has done a few times, every time Ashwin is not picked in the Indian team or is left out, I think he has a soft corner for R. Ashwin, so might just go for R. Ashwin.
Markram for DC? Mohan V says Markram. Aiden Markram for DC.
Markram would be on every team's.
And also, don't forget that he can bowl also.
Yeah.
Don't forget that he can
With the new
open,
ball.
but his form.
Van der Dusen also.
Rassi Van der
But
Dusen.
I'm saying Aiden Markram's form, batting form.
Not bad in white ball.
Yeah, see, Andre Russell का form दिख रहा है. Aiden Markram का form.
No, I'm saying Markram Test cricket was totally out of form. White ball not so much. Not as good as.
Did he score anything in that?
Picking up wickets with the ball.
I agree.
I think he did score.
Actually, Markram could be
Yeah.
on the radar.
Plus, Markram had an outstanding T20 World Cup, sir. Just before that, T20 World Cup is very good. And also had a decent IPL before that.
Markram.
Yeah.
Puneet Maharishi says Enric Nokia and Trent Bolt combo for DC.
Trent Bolt, they could go for, right?
Nokia and
They will-
Bolt combo.
They will bid for Rawat also, I'm sure. They will bid for him.
Avesh Khan.
Avesh Khan, yeah.
Because I think their strength was their bowling. To be very honest, their strength was their bowling and consistency at the top. Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, both especially Shikhar Dhawan, very very consistent. I think last season, Shikhar Dhawan got around 600 runs.
Yeah.
This season also close to 600 runs. So their USP was the opening combination, a consistent opening combination, and their fast bowling. Norke, Rabada, Avesh Khan. So they would want to continue with that sort of a setup. So they look for a bowling partner for Norke, and it has to be a quick fast bowler like Avesh Khan, Rabada. Those hit the deck kind of bowlers.
Trent Bolt.
Okay, yeah.
Chennai. Captain is done. Wicket keeper is done.
Captain is done. Who's the captain?
MS Dhoni.
Okay, MS Dhoni.
Wicketkeeper is done.
Question is that MS
MS Dhoni,
is there, he's captain.
give me one thing. Tell me one thing. Is MS Dhoni going to be the captain for the
Full season.
for the full season?
Yes, full season. MS Dhoni captain, all-rounder, spin bowling all-rounder. MS Dhoni wicket keeper,
Opener,
opener.
and number 3.
Also
Can
yes,
open.
bat
One down, number
Yes,
3.
and beware, and all-rounder with this. Now, two players Shardul Thakur, Deepak Chahar. Are they going for them? Both, or they want at least one?
See, I think Deepak Chahar and Shardul Thakur, every team will go for both these bowlers. And you don't be surprised if Deepak Chahar ends up as the highest paid fast bowler from India. Don't be
Yeah, of
surprised.
course, I won't be.
Because we're talking about Harshal Patel.
No, Avesh Khan, Harshal Patel, Deepak
and
Chahar
Deepak Chahar.
are the ones.
See, what happens with Deepak Chahar is he can bat also. I'm saying Avesh Khan, they're all very good bowlers, all three of them. Just that maybe teams might just want to have a Deepak Chahar just because they know that he can bat also. Harshal Patel also. And Harshal Patel has a very different slower ball. A lot of people actually wouldn't understand that what does he do differently. He is just a off cutters. But his that off cutters, those slower deliveries,
No,
they are
back of the hand, he has
a
all
little different than the others. But what do they need? Sam Curran's replacement they would want. They would also want Mitchell Marsh. They would also want if they are not going for Dwayne Bravo. But considering this franchisee, they would go for Dwayne Bravo.
Okay, so I'll give you some names I've written down for CSK that they will bid for. I'll tell you why. 37-year-old Faf du Plessis, 35-year-old David Warner, 35-year-old Shikhar Dhawan. They will find the ones who are over 35 and bid for them. That's how they'll continue being the dads.
And they still end up winning
And
the
they
season.
still end up
Still
winning
winning the
the
season.
So Dads Army will go for all the daddies.
Will they go back to Faf?
I think they will. Faf had an outstanding IPL last time. I think they will go for Faf. They would want their core. This is one thing you know about CSK. They would want their Shardul Thakur. They would want their Deepak Chahar. They will want their Faf du Plessis to come back into the team.
Nirupma.
But
Amazing.
Karan they'll miss.
This team, there is something about this team.
Yeah.
Ruturaj Gaikwad, one season in IPL. Okay, they've retained him. That also speaks about his loyalty and their
2 seasons in
their
IPL.
belief.
In the sense,
Yeah, last he got last few games he scored a few half centuries.
Corona also.
A few half centuries. Moin Ali 8 CR, Jadeja 16 and the purse is just 48.
Like Mumbai.
Like Mumbai.
Like Mumbai. But they will go for their guys. That's for sure. They trusted guy and all
Shikhar.
the oldies. Shikhar, they will.
David Warner also you're considering
I'm
OD.
just saying.
Nirupam is saying who will pick Suresh Raina?
Nirupam?
I was good. Nirupam, just will they go for
Suresh Raina.
I think they will. What do you say? Or no? Because of whatever happened with
No.
They will.
They will. See,
And-
definitely CSK will bid for
Suresh
Suresh Raina.
Chinna Thana.
Whether they will be able to take him or not, that remains to be seen because there is LSG also, Lucknow Super Giants, and a team.
And he studied in Lucknow Sports Hostel. So
Yes.
they want a Lucknow.
Local connection in
Lucknow
Lucknow
Super
wala.
Giants, a team that was named because a young boy, 8-year-old boy,
Told him.
suggested that.
Shall we move to the last team? We've gone
No,
over an hour.
but Nikhil, last Abhishek is asking Nikhil sir, Rahul sir, whom should CSK look as wicket-keeping option after Dhoni? They don't have.
After
The
Dhoni.
Dhoni, huh.
That is the question.
Why
Wicket-
after Dhoni?
No, I'm saying maybe a year after that.
Are you trying to suggest that Dhoni is?
What about some KS Bharat or someone they bid for it and keep him? He's not a good. He's a decent batsman and a good
Huh.
wicket keeper. Go with someone like him.
RCB will also go for KS.
Yeah, I'm just saying if they long term.
You don't have wicket keeping options.
In
So, but okay, I think you forgot to add one more name.
Who?
Riddhiman Saha.
Yeah.
That's up.
38-year-old.
38.
38. Yeah. That's a solution.
Sorted.
What's your answer?
Riddhiman Saha.
Okay, let's move to the last team. This is the last team I'm guessing.
Oh,
Right,
oh,
just
oh,
one.
Let me start. Yes, last
This is
team.
the last.
Riyan Parag,
I am not saying. Huh?
team is going for Riyan Parag. This team.
RCB.
We're saying now who will bid for him.
Interesting choice.
Maybe
Maybe
now,
Virat can make use of it.
biggest question: who's the captain now? Do you? Okay, quick answer. Huh?
Yeah.
Do you go back to Virat Kohli and try and speak to him now that you have no burden of captain in any other format? So you left at the time where you felt the burden.
If I am the
Now it's not-
franchisee, yes.
You would
But
speak to him.
if I am
Will he
Virat,
take-
no.
No. Okay, done. Is Glenn Maxwell an option?
Yes.
Will he take it up if you?
Obviously.
Okay. For me, he's not proven anywhere that he's a captain. That is why I think
Maybe
the
he has.
number one target for
Would be-
RCB,
would be-
David Warner. Because firstly, just go back into history of RCB. What do they want? very strong star-studded top order, right? Who fits that bill? David Warner.
He'll open.
They need a captain. Who fits the bill? David Warner. I think David Warner, they are definitely going to bid. Whether they get him or not is another point, depending on how
David Warner and Virat Kohli opening the innings.
Imagine. David Warner is just, as I said, sometimes you see a brand fit. David Warner is a brand fit for us. Naturally, from both sides. And they are great Insta friends, I keep seeing. Virat Kohli and David Warner sharing.
Do those
Yeah.
TikTok videos?
No, share, like each other's
Yeah.
stuff. And
So, do you think RCB can buy back Patikal, Harshal, and Yuzi successfully?
they may go for Yuzi.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
They-
Harshal
They will go.
and Patikal.
Harshal Patel also they will go.
They will go. In fact, they wanted to retain both of them. In fact, they wanted to retain not Harshal, but at least they wanted to retain Yuzi Chahal. Just that Chahal, would have been
Wanted
the
more
fourth.
money.
No, he wanted. He would have been the fourth retained player. So that would have dropped his stocks a lot, and he's worth more than.
So sources, I was telling you, RCB is going with Ryan Parag. They are definitely bidding for him. They are also definitely bidding for Jason Holder. They think he'll be a great
RCB?
addition to the RCB, yes. Jason Holder, and surprise, surprise, they would want to take Ambati Raju. RCB.
Bhati Raidu is not going to.
That's Ami.
No,
I'm saying
because he is eligible also.
others will bid for him, but I'm saying
CSK.
yes. But they also want to bid for him.
Where would he bat?
He'll bat at number 3, 4, wherever he can bat. If Virat is opening, if Virat is 3, you can bat him. He can even open by the way, he's done that in the past. So they are going for Riyan Parag, they are going for Ambati Raju, they are going for Jason Holder, but I think the most natural fit is David Warner.
No, Riyan Parag. So
What about Shreyas Iyer? I forgot.
yes, in fact,
Because they were saying, no, how much they have
Yes.
saved 20 crores for him?
KKR, RCB are in fact who else? There has to be one more franchise.
Mumbai Indians?
No, Mumbai Indians already
He
have a
said
captain.
he's not going to go for.
So
They'll go for Shardul. Sridhar is saying. RCB can go for Shardul.
Yeah, I think
they will go for Deepak Hooda also, by the way.
Deepak Hooda also, yeah.
Why is there no hype for Rishi Dhawan?
No, teams will bid for him for sure. We're just looking at the top guys out of him. Yeah, he's a good all-rounder, and I think players who will be looking for some, all-rounders like Deepak Hudas of the world or Shivam Dubes, and if they don't get it, then Rishi Dhawan I think will come.
Somebody is saying it's such a power-packed,
Yeah, it is.
three-player combination that can they include Rahane, Pujara in the team? This is a question from.
Answer it then if you've taken that question.
Oh, somebody I think.
So RCB may go for Lockie Ferguson as Hassan likes him. Lockie Ferguson.
Okay.
Yes.
Mike.
SNL.
Why not Livingston?
Livingston as well, they will go for it, but I mean, there's nothing, no connection I see. That they would go.
Will it-
Rocky Ferguson, there's a connection.
Yeah, Hassan likes him and
Hassan is
they
there.
might go for.
Then you get Trent Bolt also. Then you
Trent
got
Bolt
Colin
also
Munro
will-
also.
They may go for Trent Bolt.
Then you get Colin Munro.
Yeah, they will be bids for
T20
him.
is a dangerous batsman outside India.
They will be bids for
And,
him. But I think the big talking point will be who will be the captain. Shreyas Iyer, are they going? I doubt it.
no, why can't? I think they should. Maxwell. Okay, we understand that they can.
I
Maxwell
don't
can
see
be.
him as a captain. sir.
Maxwell can be a captaincy option provided if they don't get their
Yeah.
desired.
David Warner, they don't
Exactly.
get.
If they don't
Shreyas
get
Iyer,
Shreyas,
they
if
don't
you don't get Shreyas Iyer, because I hope the remote of that team will be with the captain. Because that is why I think somebody like David Warner should be the captain of this team.
Yeah.
Not
Shreyas Iyer.
So Maxwell is the captain of Melbourne Stars as well.
That we
हाँ.
said.
So-
That we said
And
that,
someone said about this David Malan.
baby AB. It's a baby.
Baby, that
Yeah,
under 19
team guy.
Oh,
player,
okay, Bruce.
Bruce
who was the man of the tournament, the South African guy.
might be a fit to RCB.
Yeah, all-rounder.
Yeah,
All-rounder, leg spinner, top order batsman. Yeah,
baby AB.
yes. Baby might come.
And David Malan.
David Malan also people will bid for him, but I think didn't have a great IPL last time. And so again, not in the hot contenders top list. No, I don't think.
Rahane is captain.
No, won't happen. I don't see that happening. Okay, I told you David Warner hot pick. They're going for Jason Holder too. Maybe he becomes captain then.
Jason
Never know.
Holder.
Yeah, they're going to go for him.
Do you think this team would do better under a foreign captain? Asking him.
Yeah, I see no reason to say yes or no. I mean, I think nationality doesn't matter. I don't know. Maybe he may do well with a foreign captain. And I don't know why. It's just some things, sometimes you say a name of a player and you say, yeah, fits in that team. Warner is like that player. Fits in this.
RCB.
RCB.
Nirupam says, what is your timing for your shows on auction days?
Full day? Full day we'll keep coming on. But you'll have to press the bell notification to know when we are coming on. Should we wind up?
Absolutely.
We have just crossed 70 minutes mark.
Thank you for joining us. That was a big preview, but we've got a lot of other content, also interesting contents on IPL already on our channel on Sports Today. So check that out if you haven't already. And we'll see you on big auction day, that is Saturday. Whole day we'll keep coming on and off, discussing the finer points of the auction. Bye.